What's up, everybody? This is the Elite Marketing Pro Daily Dose of Awesome. My name is Bill Pescosolido, and I am your host for today's Daily Dose of Awesome call. This is a daily shot of motivation and guidance and mentorship to help you power through your day and get you focused on what is most important with your business. Now, I know I'm a little bit late today. There was a scheduling mishap, so apologize. I know normally we come on at 12, but today it's 12:30. But in any case, as you're coming on to the live, drop a comment below. Say hello. I love to make these very interactive, and I love to include you in these daily doses of awesome. And of course, give you a shout out for being here, because if there's one thing that you've done right so far today, that is showing up here for this daily dose of awesome. Now, there's times within our business where you're struggling with what you should do and when you should do it, and sometimes just showing up can get you on the right track. So give yourself a shout out, give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a little bit of applause because you are here right now, and that's the most important thing. So again, as you're coming on the call, just say hello, drop a comment below, let me know what is going on with you so I can give you a shout out. Dawn Gray is in the hizzo. What is up, Dawn? Nice to see you here. And hey, then we've got Debbie Murphy as well. What is up, Debbie? And there might be a bit of a delay here. There might be a delay in the broadcast. There's clearly a delay in me coming on today. This was supposed to be about 30 minutes ago, and here I am now. In any case, we're going to power forward, and the cool thing about this is sometimes in business, as in life, but sometimes in business as an entrepreneur, you get thrown for a loop. You get thrown, you get a boomerang thrown at you. You get an obstacle thrown your way. You get a challenge that just all of a sudden out of nowhere smacks you in the face. And case in point, this call right now. You're kind of hopping on here, I'm kind of hopping on here, and sometimes you just have to wing it. And that's part of being an entrepreneur. A successful entrepreneur knows that, hey, there's not a linear path that's going to get me from point A to point B. The reality is that path is going to be more like this. There's going to be ups and downs, and you just have to go with the flow. And one thing I learned a long time ago in my sales career, because I did sales forever. I did corporate sales for about 18 years before I quit my job and came home and started building our home-based business with Michelle, my beautiful, awesome, talented wife, the Facebook queen, Michelle. Well, one thing I learned in sales is that you're going to have a lot of ups and downs, right? You're going to have months where you crush your quota, and then you're going to have months where you fall short of hitting your quota, and you're going to have days where you experience the highest of highs from a business standpoint. You close the deal, you got that big win, and then you have days where everyone's saying no, just door slammed in your face, rejection after rejection after rejection. And this is very similar to building your home-based business, building your business online. But one thing I learned, which helped me out because it prepared me for when we started in network marketing, and it prepared me for when we started in affiliate marketing and building our business, was this one little nugget. And I'm going to get to this nugget, and then I'm going to talk about something else, which is really cool. But this nugget was this, and that's, don't get sucked into the highs to highs, and then don't get pulled down into the lowest of lows. And as much as you want to have, you're going to have that emotional roller coaster. And as much as you want to, I'm not saying don't celebrate the wins, right? Don't get me wrong. But don't let the emotion of that high get so carried away that you feel so amazing that you then have this crash landing when you have a day or days when you don't get a win, right? It's kind of like, a heroin high or something. I don't know. I've never done heroin, but I can imagine, you get this highest of highs and then there's a crash, right? And the crash is like this lowest of lows. So what I learned to do is to temper my emotions, even when the highs, So instead of having this high and then this low and then this high and then this low, I kind of went more like this. I got, a little bit excited when I had the wins, and I didn't then have the crash when I had the rejection. So I got a little bit excited for the win, and then I got, a little bit, bummed out when I had the bad day. But instead of having this like like the person in the hospital, like you see on TV shows like ER, where the person's plugged in all the machines and their heart rate's going, like this, the eco thermometer, whatever that thing is. Instead, it was just like this little line like this. And this was my emotional path, all right? So I avoided highs and I avoided lows. And it allowed me to just remain focused. And it allowed me to be more productive, and it allowed me to get more things done, and ultimately allowed me to have more success. Now I carried that over into when we were back in network marketing, and this is what enabled us to become the #1 recruiters in our network marketing company, is because I didn't get fazed by when people said no to me. Right? I didn't get fazed. I didn't let it bother me. I didn't get all excited. I didn't get like thrilled. I wasn't like running around high-fiving when we recruited someone into our business. I wasn't like, whoa, look at me. I didn't do that. And then when someone didn't join or they said no, I wasn't like, I didn't do that either, right? I just took it with what it was. I took it for what it was. I let the water roll off the feathers, right? You've heard that expression, having duck feathers. So let me check in with you all here. We've had some people that have hopped on here. Got Chuck from South Carolina. What is up, Chuck? Debbie said this happened to her on Monday. That's awesome. Bart is here, Cleveland, Ohio, in the house. What is up, Bart? Don says, got to be ready for Murphy's Law. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Ruth says, glad you were late. Could sign only right now. Oh, so see, it worked out. Ruth wasn't able to be here earlier. Neither was I, but now we're here together. Let's see. Michael then did #truth. Awesome. So takeaway #1 is, thanks, Bart. Water off the duck's back. I think I kind of butchered that, so yeah. So takeaway #1 is don't get swept up in the highs and then dragged down into the pits of despair during the lows. Just remain focused, because, and here's the thing, I knew I was gonna have good days and bad days. So it's not like I was surprised. It's not like all of a sudden I was like, what? I haven't had a bad day? How do I deal with it, right? I knew it was gonna happen. I anticipated. I knew that there was gonna be lots of people saying no to me. And so I just used that as motivation and used that to just say, look, I just gotta talk to more people. I just gotta get myself out there more. I've gotta create more content, make more calls, generate more leads, do whatever it takes, right? Because I knew there's gonna be people that were saying no to me, and knowing that and anticipating that and expecting to have a certain number of people say no, it was never a surprise. It was never really a letdown. It was just kind of like, well, that's just what it takes. That's just part of the deal. And then I also knew, because I had confidence in myself, I knew people were gonna sign up. And so I wasn't like, woohoo, let's celebrate, let's pop the champagne. We recruited someone into our business. I didn't do that either. I just said, this is what it takes. I just gotta get more of these and more of these and more of these, and we did. So let's move on real quick, and we'll get to the second point here, the second takeaway. And before we do, if that makes sense, just drop a 1 in the comments section below. So if you can envision yourself now not getting swept up in the highs and not getting dragged down into the lows, if you could see yourself at least striving to be more even-keeled, more like this. This is like your EKG heart monitor, not like the beep, beep, like you're like this now, right? If you can envision that happening for you, or more importantly, you could see how that might be beneficial for you, type a 1 in the comments section below, so I know that you're connecting with me here and resonating. Oops, my phone's on low power mode. So Melina dropped a 1, nice, Melina. Bart, yes, you guys are with me, cool. Next thing I want you to do, Don, nice, Don and the hizzo. I want you to write down the word doubt. All right, now before you're all like, whoa, Bill, that's negative. Just write down the word doubt, right? D-O-U-B-T. Write down the word doubt. And I want you to look at that. And then I want you to scratch out, just cross off, scribble away the UBT. And what are you left with there? All right, what you're left with is the word do. And that's what's most important about your business. I think oftentimes we get caught up with the details and the minutia and the moving parts. And there can be moving parts. There are moving parts, right? I'm not trying to minimize the learning curve and what it takes to build a successful business online. But what really matters most at the end of the day is just do. You just gotta do. You just gotta take action. You gotta stop worrying and just do. What I mean by that is don't worry if it comes out right or wrong. Don't worry about what other people think. I used to get so caught up in what other people's perception of me might be that it ended up inhibiting me doing the things I knew I had to do to make my business successful. Now, at some point, I just got over myself. Right? I just did, because I realized that you just gotta do. You just gotta suck it up and do. Whether you do the things that you like doing as far as your business goes, doing the things that maybe you don't love doing, right? There's gonna be aspects of your business that you like more than others. There's gonna be aspects of your business that you just feel you're more inclined to, you're better at than others. And that's okay, right? But just do. And don't worry what other people think, because those people don't pay your bills. And that much I can promise you right now. The people who might be judging you, the people who might be critical of you, the people that might be looking at you and be like, oh, they posted a motivational thing on their Facebook news feed again, right? Those people don't pay your bills. So why would you care what they think of you? You shouldn't, right? Don't. The other thing, when in regards to just do, I think oftentimes when it comes to doing a video or a Facebook Live, just like this one here, where I'm basically just coming on and winging this, we get caught up in this feeling of it's gotta be perfect. Because if it's not perfect, if it's not the best possible thing I could produce, then again, you're gonna have people judging. And they're gonna be like, oh, they did this Facebook Live and it was only kind of valuable. Or, oh, they did this video and they ended up messing up a word at one point. I've probably messed up in this Facebook Live here. I've been on now for 12 minutes. I've probably messed up 4 times already. I don't care, because this isn't gonna be a perfect Facebook Live. Your Facebook Live is not gonna be a perfect Facebook Live. The thank you video you do will not be perfect. The welcome email you send will not be perfect, right? The blog post you do will not be perfect, right? You're never gonna actually create a perfect thing. There's nothing that's perfect out there. Everything has its flaws and its idiosyncrasies and its quirks, and that's what makes you authentic. Because here's the thing, the person or the people that are watching you in a sincere, genuine way, the ones who are looking to follow you, the ones who are looking to learn from you, right? Your prospects, your audience, your followers, whomever that might be, and however many there are, they know deep down inside that they're flawed, they're not perfect. So if you feel caught up in having to create a perfect piece of content or a perfect video or a perfect Facebook Live, it's never gonna be that way. But more importantly, they don't want to follow a perfect person, right? We all have flaws. I don't resonate with someone who comes across as perfect, or who thinks they're perfect, who tries to create the perfect thing, because I know I've got a lot of flaws. I'm messed up in a lot of ways. I produce stuff that's not perfect. And therefore, if I'm not gonna be able to resonate with or connect with someone who's constantly trying to do this perfect thing or put out this perfect thing. I like it if someone screws up a little bit, right? Like I said, I've screwed up 4 or 5 times on this Facebook Live. I literally came on Jenny Stevens' Facebook messaged me and she's like, Bill, you're supposed to be going right now. And I'm like, what? So I had 22 seconds to think about this and prepare. But I think the important thing though, is you don't want a perfect Facebook Live from me. You're not looking for a perfect daily dose of awesome. You're looking for a message that you can connect with, a message that you can resonate with. So instead of worrying about, is the lighting right, and did I say the sentences in the right order of the sentences I want to say, and did my words come out perfectly without me fumbling all over my words, don't worry about that. Worry about the message. right? Think about, is this the right message for my audience? And focus more on the message and the value and how you're going to transform them in some way, how you're going to help them out in some way, how you're going to take them from the before state over here where they're, pain, unhappy, sad, no leads, whatever, and help transform them into the after state where they've got their desired outcome, the desired benefit they were looking for, right? And it's your message that they care about, right? Is your lighting off? They don't care. They don't. Is your hair a little messy? They don't care. I promise you. Did you fumble over a few words? As long as you gave them something that they could resonate with and hang on to and give them some hope, give them a good message, help take them from here and transfer them over to here, that's all they care about. People don't care about you at the end of the day. I'm sorry. Your audience doesn't care about you. They care about themselves, and they care about, can you help them? And once they understand that you're there to help them, to serve them, to help get them to the transformation over to here, the after state, the desired outcome, then they're gonna follow you no matter how many times you flub up, or how many times the lighting is off, or how many times you trip over your words, or the dog barks in the background, or you got a big boogie hanging out of your nose that you didn't realize until the video was over. Like they just care about the message. So you focus on your message, focus on the transformation that you can provide to people, and forget about the other stuff. And you're gonna start producing wonderful content. You're gonna start creating a message that people can hang on to. You're going to boost your audience, boost your following, get more people who resonate with you because of your integrity and because of your heart and because of your authenticity, and not because you've got fancy graphics on a video or whatever the case might be. So if that made sense, and if this message here resonates with you, and if you feel that you can now walk away from this late, tardy, daily dose of awesome and think a little bit differently, have a little bit of a different shift in the way you approach your marketing, and that it's the message to your audience and how you can shift them, give them a transformation to the after state is what really matters most. And if you can just stop worrying about the other little things that might be holding you back, and if that makes sense, and if you can see yourself doing that, then type a 2 in the comments section below. And I want to see some 2s here. I want to know that you guys are with me. Let's see, and I'll go through some comments here. Dawn says, my mantra for doubt is don't overreact under bad times. Yeah, that's great. Bart says, haters gonna hate. Yeah, exactly. So if they're gonna do it anyway, who cares? So now I see some 2s flying in. We got Melina, we got Sin, nice. Chuck, great perspective and message. Thanks, you're welcome, Chuck. Awesome. I'm glad this is able to resonate with you guys. Again, focus on the message. Focus on the bigger picture of trying to connect with people and help them. Don't let the little things get you down. You're never gonna create a perfect whatever it is. Video, Facebook Live, email, blog post, blah, blah, blah. It's never gonna be perfect. Don't even think about that. Think about how your message can change and impact people and take them from here and there before to the transformation to the after state, which is where they really want to be. And if you can get them to here, they're gonna love you forever. So I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for bearing with me and being here, even though we started this one late, and we'll see you soon in the next Daily Dose of Awesome. Bye, everybody.